Interweb. This is your boy 100. You already know, aka Mr. Gordon E3, aka I do play video games. Up in this piece, man. I hit the wrong button. AKA Mr. Gordon E3. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let me cut my shit down because I like to listen to the comment section. That's what I do. I wanted to do this video yesterday, but I got home from the office a little late. And then, got called in. If you haven't, go on my man Triple Cup channel and go watch the Heroic Vibration podcast, which Flip Money Online. My boys, Savage Carter, Sir X-Man, and Chaos Kid. You know what I'm saying? Go check that out on Triple Cup's channel. Go check out GRG from last week. No GRG tonight. So that's one reason I'm doing this, because y'all don't understand this shit is can take your soul away. I don't know how people do multiple podcasts in a day. I get them kudos. You got to turn in for this shit. So you're gonna have to train. This shit is hard work and dedication. But like I say, go check out, like I said, my man GRG. You know what I'm saying? We about to keep it real on there. So like I said, no GRG this week. Until E3, and then we're gonna come together, and you see I'm getting shit together, trying to straighten up the office and stuff, going through shit, trying to make it immaculate, because we're gonna try to give y'all shit from the show floor. It's me, Bloody, Mega, 108 Dragons. Go check out 108 Dragons TV. He over there working quadruple hours and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he likes to live his best life. So like I said, it's gonna go down in this motherfucker. So like I said, I wanted to do it yesterday. If you see me looking to the side, I have my tweet deck on. See what's going on the tweet deck. So let's get ready for this shit. This shit gonna be epic. I'm about to go Super Saiyan on their asses. So first of all, like I said, I was kicking in at the office yesterday, and I just all of a sudden just see people just saying Sony won E3 because they showed Death Stranding. That is the most delusional damn game I've saw in a minute. That shit make a motherfucker go crazy. I don't know if you having a baby or what. I don't know what you doing. Hang on, Megan want to get in here. Must have been off work. They sent him a link. Oh man. No, come on, kid. Let me send him a link. Right here in the link spot. Control C. Go back to tweet that. Control V. You got the link. Yeah. Flip one a link too. You'll grab Flip Money a link. Get Flip Money Online a link. You know the home's coming out. Damn. Oh, yeah, I'm in the wrong one, Flip. Forgot. Hit me up yesterday. Control V. Alright, I sent the links. I'll go make it in here. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the man from he's showing off his new shit and said he got his shit all glowing and shit. From the 405.
Yeah, what up, man? What's up? What's happening? What's going on? It's Good Friday.
Oh, hang on for 1 second, man, because I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me? Hold on. It could be me. It could be me. Hold on, let's see. Hold on.
I can hear you. No, I can hear you. I had to cut you.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I don't got no earplugs in. That's
Oh,
cool.
okay. All right. All right. Yep.
What up with you, Joe?
Here, man. Nothing,
Yeah, I
man.
can hear you.
Yeah, man. Chilling. Chilling. You know what I'm saying? Since there ain't no GRG, man. I said, I was gonna just say, hey, if anybody wanted to do something, man, just let me know. Hit me up. And sure enough, I seen you put out. So I was like, man, send me that link. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, man. You know, I was just sitting. I wanted to do it yesterday, but you know, Chuck come and got me out of the bullpen. So I said, all right, I went and cooked early and everything. So
Okay. Cool.
So let's ask you a question. Flip us being here in a minute. Let's ask you
All
a
right.
question. How do you feel? You think PlayStation 1 E3 goes to showing Death Stranding, and how you feel about Death Stranding?
I mean, that's really irrelevant, to be honest with you. I mean, because they're not having anything to be shown at E3. They're not going to be at E3. So saying that they've won E3 by a trailer is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, because if anything, I mean, we could say COD won E3. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because what they showed looked more interesting than what I've seen with Death Stranding. Now, don't get me wrong, Death Stranding looks absolutely beautiful, breathtaking. Kojima's games always look good. They've always have. But it's the thing that it's going to resonate. It's not going to resonate with a whole bunch of people because people don't know what it is. And it's cracking me up because you got people that's saying, well, you know what? It's a good thing that we're confused by it. No, it's not. Because, I mean, I would like to know a plot. Now, I could get with the first couple of trailers, you kind of want to build up some suspense. But once you get into that point to where your game is about to be dropped in the same year, and a couple of, about 6 months later, you kind of want to have the whole dialogue kind of placed right up your feet so you know what you're getting into. Nobody knows what the hell that this game is about. It's odd. And no, they didn't win E3 by showing a trailer. I mean, I'm glad that the game is going to be coming out for PlayStation fans. I'm just going to wait till it comes to PC because I support all types of games. So I'm going to get it. But when it comes to PC a year later, because it's going to be under a year exclusivity for PlayStation 4, I'll get it then. Because I'll have it on the best thing available on which was going to be on my PC instead of if the game would be coming to the X. So I mean, it's just how I look at it, though.
Yeah, it was crazy to me. It was crazy.
Yeah, what did you think about it?
The game looked beautiful. What I was seeing, but I was just trying to get what's the story about? You showed an 8-minute video, and you had me more. I don't know what the hell going on than before. I don't know if you playing Metal Gear. It looked more like open world. It looked like more like Metal Gear Solid 5 to me.
It did. Yeah.
When they started showing gameplay, did it do nothing innovative? Like with the fight mechanics? Like you can at least do something. The shooting, like okay, I never saw that. It's nothing like I never saw it before. It was cool how he grabbed the ladder and pushed the ladder down. But I had somebody on my comment section said, man, that game looked like a FedEx walking simulator and shit.
I mean, it looked wild, man. It looked real wild. I like I said, like you just said, it looked just like something from Metal Gear Solid 5. But it's just it's also that combat looked real janky, man. It didn't look all that great to me. That the combat the movements where he was hiding and everything looked dope. But when he was basically running, that crazy arm flopping thing, and then like when it looked like with the hand-to-hand combat, it didn't look all that great. Hopefully they can maybe polish that a little bit, or maybe that's just maybe the start of the game and it kind of looks like that, and then over time that he can add enhancements and things like that to where his combat looks better than what that's shown, because I wasn't really impressed with that.
Flip, what you think about it?
I'm not impressed at the game at all. I'm not. It looked like Metal Gear. All I thought of was Metal Gear. The way he moved and everything, the whole mechanic is Metal Gear. I still don't even know what the game is about. So I mean, I'm not gonna be impressed by a game that I don't know nothing about. That's just me. Like I don't know, the baby and all that other stuff is weird and creepy. Him running around sneaking. All I can think of is the same style of Metal Gear, just a look a little better. That's it.
All right. Hey Megan, I saw you had posted on Twitter yesterday. I think that was you. Remember, somebody was clowning when Xbox had
Oh yeah,
the kid in a wheelchair.
yeah, the doll.
It was supposed to be for the kids
Mhm.
in the hospitals and everything, and people was trying to clown. I saw
Mhm.
people clowning that, but I'm like, you don't even know the real reason for that. But what's up? What's your point of that? They got a baby toy.
Oh no, that's absolutely horrendous, man. That looks crazy. I mean, look, I understand that there's some freaks out there, and I know that they like oddities, but to me, having a fetus in a jar and selling it for $200 just because it has Kojima's name behind it is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, look, I mean, to each their own. It's your money, you do and you spend how you want to spend on it. But to try to knock a something that's supposed to be for to try to go into the proceeds go to um kids with disabilities, things of that nature, and they're just trying to support something like that from going to trying to brag about something being sold out on Amazon because it's a collectible and it's freaking like people really got their shit really messed up. I mean, really to think about it, this is how I looked at it, right? Like I'm like, there's grown ass men that's spending $200 on a baby in a jar when they probably got babies of their own and half of their ass ain't even taking care of their own. You see what I'm saying? Like I just look at that as being wild. Like I don't it's disturbing to me. I mean, that to me, like Kojima get away with some of the wildest stuff, man, that you could think of. And I mean, our boy Bloody Knuckles, he's got it, he's getting it. So, well, he don't have it yet, but he's getting it. He already paid for it. So, kudos to him for it. I mean, if he's hyped for it, he's all into to Kojima games and things like that. But as for me, I just find it to be really odd. I just can't do it. I think, what I'm saying, I'm all about collectibles. And like I said, for people that want to buy those things and they're being consistent on buying oddities and things like that, that's cool. But I think for the most part, most people will look at that and find that to be a little bit egregious.
What you think about that, Flip?
I'm right on board with K Mac. I can't do that, man. I got two. I got two little bungalow of joy. I'm not going to. I mean, even if I had a PlayStation, whatever, I wouldn't do that. Even if it's a game that Microsoft have, that's like $200. I'm not doing that. I'm not into that. I no, dog. Said it before. When I look at stuff like that, that's unusual. I step away from it. Like I'm good.
Yeah, I just thought it was pretty weird. Like I was like, damn, because I had people, they like to tag people I know in that little wheelchair and stuff like that, and I'm like, y'all should be ashamed of yourself because we talking about kids that's disabled and stuff like that. We ain't talking about no collection to go put in your into your trophy case, and you happen to walk around with a strap with a baby on your chest. To me, that was a gangster to me, and I was like, damn, these dudes is really going. Yeah, I got it. I pre-ordered 3 of them. I said, oh, jeez.
You gotta realize some people got
Yes,
their morals. Some people morals are just screwed up. That's how I look at it. Some people just like, okay, like I never understood when people was making fun of Microsoft. Like you said, like for that, for people who have limited mobility, but do jumping jack for Jesus for everything else that Sony does, and they not even doing nothing, groundbreaking what Microsoft doing. I mean, I don't understand. I'm still trying to figure out where all them crazy PlayStation fan at now that they're using Microsoft server. Like this internet is still quiet. I hear nothing.
right.
Yeah, no, I mean, for me, it's like I agree with Flip. It's like I said, I can't knock on anybody's what they do with their own money. That's their business, right? But when they go and they tout, like us, we see somebody in the chat, they're bringing up Sea of Thieves. Listen, if you didn't care about Sea of Thieves, and Sea of Thieves did have a collector's, but I didn't get to Sea of Thieves collectors. I just bought the game outright, paid the $60 for it because I have been and I will continue to be excited about that game because I knew what that game was going to be about and that it was going to have more content. This right here is $200. It's going to be a single player experience. It might have DLC. It might not. Who knows? And you got that game. You got this crazy, odd looking collectible. And listen, I mean, I promise you, let's say that you was trying to adopt a child or something. let's talk about the real world for a minute. Let's say that you trying to do something. You're dealing with something where like maybe some DHS workers or something had to come in and you're adopting a kid or something like that, right? And they see that damn baby on your counter. You think you're gonna get that proof for that adoption? I mean, they're gonna look at that pretty weird. Like, I mean, look, I get it. I understand. Like for people who buy collectibles, things like that, get it, whatever. But I got collectibles. I don't have as many as like let's say Lord Cognito or whatever. But it's more for me though that it's like I get it. People are hyped for it, but people was just hyped for Metal Gear Solid as well, and they gave the game 10s. Now they're saying that Metal Gear Solid 5 was a mistake, and I feel that this game is going to get that same treatment until after about that time when the game is going to lose its luster. Is that this game was good? It goes into the Kojima. I mean, it goes as Kojima has he's got the biggest hype, I think, than any other developer around. Period. I think he's got more hype than Naughty Dog, than what now the makers of God of War for 343. He's got more hype than everybody. He alone is like a true rock star when it comes in the development world. But does all his games for the last couple of years, for the last I say decade, have they lived up to the hype? And that's what I'm afraid about with this game. That's why I say, look, if I could understand what the game was going to be about visually, it looks outstanding. And then the story could probably make sense if you go and you play through it. But again, will that game still live to the hype, especially after we know that Kojima's record has not been the best for the last decade, in my opinion?
Well, I was listening to Zobi the other day when I was in the office and everything, and he had some good points. He said, what real good game since really Metal Gear, the first Metal Gear that everybody liked.
Oh no, I like Zone of the Enders.
They brung up that. But
yeah, I love Zone of the Enders. I was hoping that he would probably try to do something of that sort, bring that back. But I mean, that's fine for what he's doing. I mean, he's into the horror thing, and he's also into open world games. Like I said, look, I don't think anything is wrong with his vision on what the game is trying to be. It's just that as a gamer, I like to know what I'm purchasing. You know what I'm saying? If this was a Game Pass title, see, this is the benefit of what Xbox, what they got with Game Pass. Like if this game was day one on PlayStation and this was going to be on PlayStation Now, like some kind of PlayStation Game Pass, I'll be all over it. And a whole bunch of other gamers would be all over it, because even though we're kind of confused about what this game is going to be, we're all going to try to give it an opportunity because visually it looks fantastic, and of course it's got all this hype behind it. Let's see if it's going to live up to the test. But to pay $60+ for this game and don't know what the hell it is, like Flip said, I can't do that. I can't co-sign that. I just can't co-sign it. So that's why I say I'll wait till when it comes to PC.
It's crazy. Like I said, I was trying to figure it out. I listened to a bunch of people that was trying to explain it. Has something to do with some mythology and some stuff like that, and I just kind of give me something. You need, it's like, are you going back in time? You need the babies to go back in time. Are they abridged at the time? You talking to the president. They mentioned the United States, and he's saying the United States is going to shit. And then you hear part of it. If you really listen to it, he has to go west to try to rebuild the United States. It was just like, man, it's all over the place. But when you get to Jeff Keighley in them, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be great. I'm like,
you know what? It might be one of them games that just does 2 weeks and that's it.
I think the game is. I mean, look, I was listening to also Maximilian. He had the same type of thought process I did about, for people who cares about sales numbers and things like that. This game will be straight up 3 to 5 million seller, period. And then of course, I think that's at its peak. And I'm pretty sure that game. I think after the first, because it's coming out during the holiday season, I think after that first, after the end of the year and the beginning of next year, when it seems like we're going to start getting another flood of games in January, at the end of January. I think that's where the cutoff line is going to be for Death Stranding, is right when that new wave of games come out in 2020. And again, you got to look at the new COD that's coming out. That's going to have a lot of people excited. Even I'm going to go ahead and get back on COD. Gears, you're going to have, I don't think that Cyberpunk is going to come out this year, but you got plenty of other games that's going to be coming out at the end of the year, and then you're going to have the choice of what game do you want to get on top of what the game you want to get. Do you want to get Kojima's game, or do you want to get this new Call of Duty? Do you want to get Gears, or do you want to get the Kojima game? I mean, I understand that some people will go ahead and try to get both, or there will be people that will get it. But overall, I think if it's in that timeline with whatever, if that new Titanfall comes out at the end of this year, or that Star Wars game that's going to be coming out at the end of this year, it's going to be going up against big competition. To me, if I was Sony, which they've been really smart on bringing out their games at the right time, I would bring out this Kojima game at the beginning of the year. And if The Last of Us 2 was ready to go, I would bring it out to be competing with the rest of the big boys at the end of the year. Because this game to me just seems like it's going to be caught up in limbo with all these other games that's going to be coming out at the end of the year.
Which I had said this on a little podcast I did the other day, real quick. That I did. I said one thing: wait on the PlayStation 5 and make it be a launch title.
Right.
Well, I think
let's take the L this holiday season. Let's take the L.
Well, as you see, for them to push that game out, they are actually kind of nervous about what's coming from not only from Microsoft, but what's coming from Nintendo, and what's also coming from what's going to be coming from Stadia, the xCloud, everything else, and then of course in 2020 most likely we'll be getting new consoles. So so they had to bring something because the new Yakuza game is not gonna do it, and I think that comes out this month. It comes out in June. So it's more so they had to do something, but I think that Kojima game would have had a better chance in the normal time slot of when they bring out their games in the beginning of that next coming year in that first quarter, instead of bringing it out now. But I mean, if they feel confident about it, hey, look, there's people saying that they're going to get it. I'm sure it's going to, we're going to see people throwing out sales numbers about how it did this and that, whatever, for that first week or that first couple. But after that, we ain't going to hear nothing else about it because there's going to be so many other games out there available. And I could be wrong. I might have to eat crow, but I doubt it though.
Well, see, I was with you about it, as I also said too. It ain't the first time a Kojima game had a release date and it got pushed back.
What's got pushed back?
Like Metal Gear got pushed back several times.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that. So it's not like it was a game. And then what kind of make me think? I'm like, okay, are you rushing the release date or something? Because remember he said that they were back. They was like, we still got stuff to do. It's like we ain't giving a release date. So I don't know if it got pushed and everything. I don't know. And then how you guys feel like it ain't a really exclusive? We say it's the exclusive, but the other side say it's not because it's coming to PC. Do you believe that PC?
You want to say anything about that?
No, you go first.
Okay. No, for me, they're saying now that it's not going to come to PC. That's what the PlayStation fans out there are saying, that it's not coming to PC. You don't hear anything, and it's funny because the media has been, and I seen it on IGN where they had it listed on PC, PS4. Then when the date changed, when they did the date change, they rechanged their site, and it just says PlayStation 4. That's why I know that this is a bunch of bullshit, because you can go back and you can see back from 2015 when the game was first presented, Kojima himself said that this game was going to PC. He had a vision of going to PC. Now that there's PlayStation fans are saying, oh, because it's using this the PlayStation engine, PlayStation's gonna Sony's gonna is basically saying, no, look, we're gonna have to rework terms to make sure that this game is gonna stay exclusive to the PlayStation 4. And That's why that and again, it's already been stated. It got stated all the way until last year that the game was going to be, and I think I posted that in the DMs in GRG where it was saying in 2018 that it was still slated to go to PC in a later date. And then also, our boy Pred, he found some other stuff that showed that the game is going to come to PC, but it's going to be under a year exclusivity on the PlayStation 4, which would make a lot of sense. Because even if you look at it from you look at it from a logical perspective, or even an irrational perspective, that this game is going to sell extraordinary. But what is extraordinary to the PlayStation standard right now with their exclusive for the last couple of years? All of these games has pretty much gone like 10 million plus, right? So I don't see Death Stranding hitting 10 million plus. I just don't see that there's enough because there's not enough material to get people to get excited for it. This is not going to attract the casuals whatsoever. This game is only for the Kojima diehards and for people that are into these type of games. And I just don't feel that there's going to be a whole bunch of people to go for that. So what would be the smart solution is to make that game get more love on PC, because there will be plenty of people that are big fans of Kojima that will go ahead and buy that game. And also, if you look at all the other games that Kojima has made, those games are on PC. So I mean, you got Metal Gear Solid, you got Zone of the Enders, you have other games that he's made that's on PC right now. So I just don't see why it wouldn't fit. I think that the negotiations probably went to where it was a year exclusivity, which I've been saying, and then after that, it's going to be on PC.
You know what? Now that you say that,
and PS5, and PS5.
I look at it like this: if he said that it's going to go on PC, whatever, and there's never been no change in date that it's not going to be on PC or whatever, what make you think, okay, you can have that year, or I even give you a year and a half exclusivity? You can have that. Even then, okay, if it go to PC, it's not going to do nothing. But the next step, for him to do is, if you're going to try to make more money, or which it ain't going to be a lot when this game first come out, is okay. Let's give it to the Xbox. I don't think that game is going to be exclusive. I think the longest I would give it is a year PC, then Xbox. That's what I say.
I don't see Xbox. I don't think PlayStation want to play like that. I mean, anything is possible. Anything is possible. I mean, especially with the partnership that Microsoft and Sony has, right? That has. I mean, anything is possible. I just, if it was available, then that means that there has to be something else involved into it. Maybe like some kind of some kind of streaming deal, like with Game Pass goes to PlayStation or something like that. I don't know, but we'll see. I don't personally think that that's going to happen. I just feel like it's going to go to PC, and then it's going to probably go to mobile phones and then to the PS5 and things like that. But I mean, look, anything is possible. Especially, nobody knows really what the future is going to hold with these companies right now when they're all going against the big boys with Google and Amazon and all that.
Well, Amazon been pretty quiet. They came out with one game and after get flopped. And with Amazon, I want to know what you're doing with Iron Galaxy, man. You ain't doing nothing. When they could have stayed over here with Microsoft. Could hope you get us a Killer Instinct.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for.
I need a Killer Instinct.
I mean, all right, but if they make another Killer Instinct, don't Microsoft already have somebody that can make it for them?
Oh yeah, what's called
Iron Galaxy?
Yeah, no, somebody else is already making. Yeah, they took over.
They already got the company. They already got the company. No, but like I say, Iron Galaxy. No one thought they can pull that off, and they pulled it off.
I mean, if anything, if Iron Galaxy, I mean, Iron Galaxy is not going away. I mean, not going to leave Amazon, but let's just say hypothetically that did. I think that it would be great to add Iron Galaxy with the devs who's making Killer Instinct now. So that means that would make that group a hell of a lot bigger, and and then having them both put their master plan together on making a new Killer Instinct, and maybe also because they'll have enough people to make another fighter. That'd be great. But that's all pie in the sky. I mean, that Amazon is. They're still saying that Amazon is still working on bringing their streaming service to the table to the gamer. So, we'll see. But Google is the real deal. I'm hearing more and more people talk a lot better about Google than what they did when they had that reveal of Stadia.
Yeah, but I need to see your partners. I mean, that Microsoft did throw. People say they don't throw shots. They did throw shots. I think they. I forgot who they asked, and they was like, "What you think about Google Stadia?" And he was like, "We got partnerships. They don't." So maybe they start off small, like they got. We already know they probably got a partnership with Ubisoft. And Ubisoft gives the games and the game catalog and everything. And I say start off small. If I was Google, start off small. Try to get some of these beautiful indies. And Google got enough money. Try to get somebody to start something up.
You don't think that would make them too late for the game? Like, okay, if they start off small with indie, like what are you saying? Like, let's push out a couple indies within a couple few months, then start throwing out big titles. Or like what do you
No,
mean?
I'm talking about okay. You it ain't been said, but we know Ubisoft ain't got to deal with Ubisoft. So get every Ubisoft game in their catalog you can play on Google Stadia off the bat.
Okay.
And plus the new ones. You can play them anywhere, you can play them anywhere. So that gives you that's a start. And then try to find some of these, what I'm saying, what's that new game that came out that Live was playing with the rats and all that shit? That's to me that fits perfect.
Plague Tales.
Yeah, Plague Tales. That fits perfect because the game looks good. It's like people are taking they're using the power of what they have. Start off something like that. Because Microsoft isn't counted already with that. They didn't throw what? Game Pass on PC.
So hold on. So you saying? I mean, if I was Google, I kind of understand what you mean. If I was Google, I would just go straight for all third party while I'm building up my library to bring out some games for my
Because you already
my
know
service.
Microsoft already has them. Microsoft already came out saying with the cloud
Right.
I could say over 1,500 games. And they can't quote me on it, but I know it's like close to 15 to 1,300 games right now can work. And they don't have to do nothing to it. The developer don't have to do nothing to it. Just give permission. So, but then Microsoft also countered Google with bringing Game Pass to PC. So that's another alternative.
Yeah, but see, I mean that of course, but that's different with Microsoft. You gotta look at it like this: Google don't have nothing, but only thing they would have to rely on is third party. Microsoft already have game, even back catalog game, even backward compatible game they could throw inside their Game Pass to hold them over until they decide to throw out them big games. They big exclusive. I'm just saying, like Google need to do that. Just focus on the third party. It ain't nothing wrong with it. Like you say, throw some indies up in there too, or whatever, and the other third party, second party, whatever you want to call it, and while they building up their portfolio of whatever type of game that they're trying to make. That would
Yeah, so
be
then you can
best.
test your server out, see what, you don't have to don't go in and think you're going to, just like what's that, I forgot the AFL, whatever that crap was called, and they try to go head up with certain people, you don't have to do that. Google don't have to do that.
No, they don't. They don't have to do that. And I mean, look, I didn't get to hear everything I was doing. I was talking to my old lady when y'all was talking about it. Y'all talking about the Game Pass situation, or y'all
We was
talking?
talking
Oh,
about, go on, Flip.
I just said Google just need to focus on third party games while they building up their library. Like, and he was saying that Game Pass, but Google don't have nothing no library to build up on a service similar to Game Pass. So Microsoft, even Sony established with their Game Pass type of subscription thing where you can sit back, play whatever game that's already in a library from the past up to now until they threw out their first party game. And all Google and Amazon just need to just get the third party until they build up their library.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I think that's what they're going to do. That's why they have some of those partnerships with Ubisoft, things like that. But I mean, of course, they're infants in this game, so it's like they're going to have to crawl before they walk, even though they have the money to withhold everything. It's just the fact that I know, like, some people that are kind of reluctant about Google, because they feel like they'll just drop it if it doesn't hit a certain plateau or a certain pace. I think that they see there's so much money to be made in gaming that I just don't see that, for them investing into what they're doing right now, for them just to say, oh, here after a year or so, we don't have the right numbers, and then we just don't give up. I think over time, it's just like kind of like with the first Xbox, how Xbox was struggling, even though they had a lot of hot games that came out. A lot of people still was reluctant. I know I was reluctant when people said, "Hey, look, man, we got," when my friend had the Xbox, the OG Xbox, and I was like, man, I got my PlayStation. I'm good. I'm not worried about that. I got that, and I got the GameCube for my kid. I'm good. And then I said, and now, and if the Dreamcast still was making games, I've been still on that, but it wasn't, So I was cool with just those three things, those three entities. Now it's like everybody is willing to, especially with this whole streaming thing, everybody is willing to dip their toe, at least try it, and especially if if they got their own first party games, and if they're working hard with Sega, stuff like that, then that's going to also be intriguing. And yeah, they just got to keep building and working on the third party. We still don't know everything about what they're going to be doing, but obviously it's got to be big for Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo to be looking at it and trying to figure out some kind of way to get into this whole streaming realm, because it obviously looks like, hey, look, this is something serious, and we got a big contender here that could wipe us all out from streaming. And I understand that PlayStation's been doing streaming ever since 2014, but nobody really cared about PlayStation now. Let's just be honest about it. PlayStation fans didn't really care about it. So so they know that now it's that this whole reaching 2 billion is that new flavor, and they seen, hey, look, consoles aren't as viable as they used to be. They're still very important, especially to us because we're console gamers. But when you look at the global market, there's just so many more people that want to play their games on other devices other than a console. And so now, that's where Google could thrive if Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo slips. So they got no choice but to watch out for it.
You know what? Two things I'll say. If I was Google or Amazon, I would try to make at least like one or two online game exclusives. Even though they say, even though I understand third party games sell, but it's still an exclusive that gets you pique that interest for you to buy that game just to see how it is. And secondly, what is Nintendo doing? Who they going with? If they're cloud streaming, who Nintendo going with?
I don't know. Some say Microsoft. I don't know. We'll see.
I heard that they're asking Microsoft, can you help us with it? Mm-hmm. So it's not like they're gonna we don't. There's nothing said. Oh, we gonna use your servers or something.
You think Microsoft's going to turn them down?
Microsoft already said. I heard they said that they were going to help.
I know they. Come on, all three of us on this panel know. Yeah, come on. I got you.
Help them, so.
I got you. Don't worry about it. Come along. Come on, Nintendo.
Yeah, so you can help. Saying my thing is, Nintendo is kind of more open because this reports it's going to be maybe an Xbox app on the Switch where you be able to talk like how we got on the phones. Sometimes I'll be on the phone and I'll be on the phone on my earpiece or something, and I'm doing something in my office, and I just jump on Xbox Live. So you give that type of access. That's what I think is be more of something like that, because PlayStation got they do take an L with the social part. Like you got to put in a friend code and all this other stuff, and it's like a 28 encryption number and shit. I don't got time for that.
Let me find out Microsoft trying to form the Trinity. Let me find out.
I mean, they are. I mean, that's the thing. Like they PlayStation knew that they were in a hard pickle. It's funny to me when PlayStation fans, well, not all PlayStation fans, but just the radicals, they get into this mindset that single player exclusives are the only thing that matters. And really, in all retrospect, yeah, they do matter, but they don't matter as much as they think that it does. I mean, everybody knows that we want exclusives for we want first party titles for all of the consoles that we have. But
Right.
when it comes down to it, to where when it comes down to the business aspect to it, and people over here bragging about the 100 million consoles sold, and I still don't think it's at 100 million yet. But regardless, let's just round off and say 100 million consoles sold. It's only small. It's only a small piece of grain compared to what mobile gaming is. It's only small beans when it comes to PC gaming. You know what I'm saying? So it like, and you have to have all three companies combined, all the big three combined to just equate to what the PC is doing by itself. And you're still not messing with, PC. You're still not messing with PC or even definitely not messing with mobile gaming. I mean, people trash mobile gaming, but the fact of it is that games on mobile far more succeeds what consoles do, and
Right.
that doesn't matter. When I mean, we had our most successful generation probably last gen with Xbox, PlayStation. Well, Nintendo was down, but the Wii wasn't. So if you look at just the regular Wii, the 360, and the PlayStation 3, all of them sold really well. So the fact of it is that they still didn't compete with PC gaming. So I mean it's just the thing of like, look, that's the one thing where Microsoft has the benefit where the fanboys don't understand is that Microsoft, Microsoft is PC. You know what I'm saying? It is PC. When you think of PCs, you think of Windows. You don't think of Linux. Some people might think of Mac, but for the most part, people think of Windows. And Sony doesn't have an operating system. Nintendo doesn't have an operating system. And if they did have an operating system, they would be using it. That's the whole thing of it. So Microsoft has that edge there because those gamers can get out. And I mean, because when putting their games under their operating system, a lot of these gamers out here, they still benefiting from it. Sony doesn't benefit from it. They get a little bit of something, but not like what Microsoft does. So for Microsoft to get to say, hey, Nintendo, we'll include you in here, man. We got you. And then they say the same thing to Sony. Yeah, it's definitely helping them out. And Sony could really benefit from it and really look like they played Microsoft overall when it comes to like user base or something like that. But really, in all actuality, Microsoft did what they've always intended to do, is have their hands in everybody's market. You know what I'm saying? In everybody's cookie jar. And they're doing that shit, behind the scenes, while they over here and say, hey, you're doing a great job, PlayStation. You're doing a great job, Nintendo. So yeah, I think it's part of that world domination thing that they're trying to do. It's just that they're just doing it they're just taking a different approach.
I would just say this for all the people out there and the PC people out there. You do understand.
Well, you breaking up. You breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
You bot.
How about now?
Okay, we got you.
All right. I'm gonna just say this for the PC people. Microsoft is the one that revolutionized video gaming on the PC world. Windows. They the one that made it easy for y'all to play your game. So while y'all up there trying to pick fight and want to jump in or whatever, sit your little ass down and think about that.
I guess I just it's just to me it just amazed me overall. Like, look, we want gaming to thrive. We can't just still think about the old way of how gaming is. I mean, Xbox did botch it up when they tried to launch it in 2013. They had all different types of mistakes. They made a lot of mistakes, but
Right.
they seen what the future was bringing. And look, it's just like right now with GameStop. Everybody was laughing at Microsoft at the time. Look, GameStop. They're just pushing Sony. You go to the store. Oh man, they want you to get a PlayStation game. They even question you when you even buy an Xbox game. They haven't done that here of late. But I remember just what, 2.5 years ago, I went to buy what game was that I bought? I don't know. No. It wasn't. I bought the controller. I bought the Elite controller, and I was looking at some games, and the guy was like, "Hey man, we have some PlayStation 4 game. We got some specials on play." I said, "Man, I said I got a PlayStation 4, but I'd rather get it on Xbox." And so he was like, well, I mean, that is, but hey, PlayStation has better looking games and blah blah blah, and the better exclusives." I said, "Hey man, I get that you got the sales pitch, but the fact of it is look, man, I play on primarily on my Xbox." I said, I said I wouldn't be buying this controller if I did, you know what I'm saying, if I did play on Xbox primarily. So I said I appreciate it, but yeah, no, I'm not interested. So
K Mega,
yeah,
I'm about to cry, dog. I'm about to cry. I
yeah.
thought I was the only one that went through that.
No, a lot of people went through that.
I
They did
told
it
the
to
story.
everybody. So, and then
People
I went to three different.
crazy.
Yeah, 3 different GameStops. But look who's laughing now because the stocks for GameStop is dropped all the way down. It used to be, I think it was up to like 40, $50 a share. Now it's down to, it dropped all the way down to $3 per share. Now I think it went back up to, I think to $10 because they were doing some different things. But then we just found out today that the CEO has stepped down and it's just basically just walked out on GameStop. So, and then the stock went back down to $7 right after that came out. So,
since you put up the CEO, whatever, a few years ago, I doubt if that's the same one, but it was a CEO that was stealing from GameStop, was stealing money, got caught, talked about it and everything. So now I guess what they got another CEO that just stopped, that dropped out, they did that bail out, like I'm out of here. He probably made his money. It's like I'm gone. I see that this ship is not staying afloat.
yeah, no, it's not the same no more. I mean, the whole new era of how gaming is going. Like, I mean, Xbox had the premise, PlayStation didn't. They didn't have the infrastructure to do it the way that Xbox was trying to do it. So they fed it. They fed they fed a different approach, and it won at the end of the day, and it made the PlayStation 4 completely successful because it made gamers think, look, these people are trying to spy on you. They're trying to take away your property. These games don't belong to you anymore. Blah, 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 right? We all know. We've heard it for years.
Right.
Now we're seeing that digital gaming is up 60%. It was a 55 or 60% here lately. And we're talking about in a 5-year span. That's quick growth. And now look, when you see all the benefits of what we get from buying games and digitally, there's nothing wrong with people still buying hard copies, by no means. But the fact of it is that it's just a lot more convenience. When we got to go to work and there's a midnight launch for a game. I am liking the fact that they're moving a lot of these bigger titles on Friday so people can have the weekend. But when they do have those games to still come out on Tuesday, instead of standing out at the GameStop or whatever, Best Buy, whatever, and then getting the game, then you have to install the game. And at that time, PlayStation had the faster install, but you still didn't have time. I mean, once you got it installed, boom, you're trying to start playing the game. Hell, it's already 1:00 in the morning. You got to be at work. It was so time. You ain't got that much time. So it just kind of takes it. Well, now buying games digital, in certain cases, some people can get their games as early as 10:00 at night. So I mean, it's like that's a big step. That's a big difference, and people are seeing that convenience plus the sales and all of that. It's just Microsoft had that vision. They seen it, and PlayStation was still trying to hold on to the old way of things because now we see that they didn't have the infrastructure to do what Microsoft was doing, and it's working, and it's kind of now starting to look positive for Microsoft I should say Xbox for this reason, and now PlayStation now has to follow suit. So all those people that was sold on a bill of goods, I would like to hear what they have to say now because I'm pretty sure that they buy digital just like we do.
You're not the only one. Did they ever say how well the sales of digital are doing? Did they ever come out with a number, like the percentage of sales?
It was 55%, I think, in 2018, and now it's close up to 60% now. It's between 55 and 60% now. That's that big of a leap from when it first started, where that was, I think it was like 13%. It was like 13 to maybe 20% at that time in 2013, 2014. And then to where it is now, like it's just the convenience of it. So yeah, no, I mean, it's just the way it is. And it's just the same thing with this vision of streaming. There's people that keep on complaining and talking about streaming this, streaming that, streaming this, streaming that. But I mean, when did we ever think, when we were buying games, when we was not getting rented, but when we was getting movies from Netflix, when we were getting the discs for however much that we were getting, and then we was trading it back in to when they started doing now, when they started streaming. Or now you see Hulu, and now you see Disney doing their thing. You see all these other streaming services doing that. And look, people can keep saying that video games is different from movies, but why is it that the technology to where we can get gaming to be streamed just as simple as we see movies? You see what I'm saying? So the technology is here. It may not be perfect when it first really launches for everybody, but damn sure by the time that we get to the end of this next generation, it's probably going to be flawless.
Well, I say this. I want Microsoft to bring back that deal that they was what they was experiment on with the digital trading. I really want them to bring that back so we can see how that was going to work out.
Yeah,
that's what I wanted to say.
They were talking about giving you pennies on the dollar. I didn't like that.
Why not?
I paid $60 for this game. You only gonna give me $5?
You're not going to get you're not going to get the same amount. Once you buy that game, that's just like a car. Once you open that package, you know what I'm saying? They take that wrapper off.
I'd rather keep that game to give away $5.
Well, I mean, you can keep the game, but I mean, there's games that I have that I probably will never play again. You know, and so I mean, if I had an opportunity to get $4 to $10 for that game, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anything that's better than the approach of going to GameStop and then getting nothing. You know, so I mean, at least if I get some kind of currency, that's going. You know, let's just think about this 100 for PlayStation and Xbox. You got the, you know, they both have rewards, right? So you can do the digital trade-in. Let's say you get rid of your older 2K and Madden series, and you get back maybe $15, right? And then for whatever that you got for your rewards from Xbox or from PlayStation, I mean, just think about that. You could buy you maybe a couple of games overall. It's according to how many, how many games that you may buy within that month span or whatever to get those rewards. But I mean, you could really be saving a lot of money, especially if you have a big catalog of games that you know that you're not going to go to those backlogs and play those games. I think it should happen. Hopefully it'll happen. I mean, we never know.
Yeah.
What to happen, Flip.
But you gotta understand, like, they never really finalized and said exactly how it was going to work. They were just giving us like a ballpark number of an idea of how their system was going, how it could work or whatever. But people turned it down so quick, so we don't know what was going to happen, how they really was going to do it.
If you give me rewards points, I'll take the rewards points. Don't give me no money. Don't give me no money symbol.
But that's what I'm saying.
If say they have a thing, say, okay, if you get this game, that's 15,000 rewards points. Okay, that'll pay for my Xbox Live for a whole year. I really take that sound more intriguing to me. You giving me that instead of you putting a number sign on it.
I don't know, man. I kind of like I like that plan, but if it was more like you look at G2A or I can't think of the other one right now, but if you look at just like G2A and how they got their system, and let's just say that there was a game that you've been wanting to play, but you wasn't wanting to spend the money for, and so you go ahead and you trade in a couple of games that you sell a couple of games that you got through this digital market, and people buy it, and then you run and you see that game available for like $2. You mean to tell me that's going to jump on that? Like, that would be insane. That's exactly what I think that the benefit of digital can bring. Now, what the benefit of hard copies is that the fact that it's the nostalgia, that the thing that you can keep that for collector purposes. Let's just say that you got this one copy of this game and it was rare, but the game became really popular or a cult classic, and then 20 years down the line it's worth a whole bunch of money. That's where hard copies benefit, but that's far and in between. But with the whole digital thing, I just look at that as like, man, that I think all gamers would be down for that, because not only is it beneficial for people to still play these older games that's available, but it's also it gives you something back instead of you just keeping it into your backlog that it'll never get touched. It's just a waste.
I don't understand why people are afraid of digital. I don't get it. Like,
well, remember they was afraid before. Remember when CDs came out and then Apple fucked the game with the streaming stuff and go on and start streaming. Look how streaming music.
But I'm just saying though. Let's keep it real. 9 times out of 10, if you have a game that been out, like, okay, you had a game that came out about 5 or 10 years ago. What are you gonna do with that game? Really?
No,
You're going to trade it in anyway. So what difference does it make?
But I'll put it this way. You know what would be real cool? And this is for the gamer. If Microsoft let us auction that game off and we just give Microsoft a cut of whatever we get.
Well, that's what I was saying, like G2A.
Yeah, let me auction it off. So let me put it up for sale.
Wait, wasn't it?
You got 5 days, and whoever you get most money,
wasn't they was going to do that in the beginning when they were talking about that DRM? Wasn't that some of the purpose that they was going to try?
Yeah, they did say that. Yeah, because that's just kind of. I mean, yeah, that's kind of like if anybody like it's like the Madden thing, like the Madden. What is that? The gridiron, the Madden gridiron, whatever. I forgot what that's called. Where everybody with a new Madden system that they got, where you can auction your cards and do all that stuff.
Oh yeah, when you go to my when you go play what you call it, when you go play Ultimate Team.
Yeah, Ultimate Team. That's what it was. Thank you. If they do, that's what I'm talking about. That's kind of like how G2A do it, and it's just like it's like that where you have a system where you can have your digital games be sent out there, and you have so many days for the game. You know, if the game don't get bought, then you can do it again or whatever, and maybe have to drop the price down or whatever. But regardless, it gives you it's just the incentive that you know that you'll get something back, and it'll all be digital credit, and which means that those digital credits can go into for you to get another game. I mean, just think about I think that's huge. I would love for that to come out to happen here sometime in the next generation, because I mean that's the only way to go, you know, instead of just having games just sit there in limbo and just be wasted. So I don't know.
So yeah, let me go to this one. How y'all feel for this E3? Everybody can't get in. How Microsoft is saying you go to Microsoft store, you get to play the Halo, reach on PC and watch the convention there, the press conference there. How y'all feel about that?
What to see?
If you go into a Microsoft store, you'll be able to play the Halo Reach on PC. They're gonna have tournaments, they're giving away prizes and everything, and you can watch. They're making it where you can watch the conference also, and they're giving prizes away while they're there.
I think that's great. I mean, look, the Halo Master Chief Collection, just the Halo series, has been one of the most asked wish lists on Steam, and so and then next to another game, I can't think of what the other game is, but Halo is like number 1, and so it's huge for Microsoft. These people have been asking for this game forever, and we still haven't seen Halo 5. That's the one thing I can't appreciate, is that Halo 5 has been out for what, 4 years now, and Halo 5 still hasn't gone to PC. Now, eventually, because that was one of my biggest arguments, was like, hey, look, man, you know, at that time when Halo 5 came out, like, don't push it out on PC so quickly, you know, just give it that time. And now, since I kind of understand what's going on with what their vision is, and then not caught up into the fanboy type, you know, side of it, of where, like, look, Microsoft and Xbox are the same company. That, you know, so that's Xbox's parent company. So as long as it still is generating the money to help make bigger and better games for Xbox, then there's not a problem. That's kind of like, for me, you know, you look at it, so it's still, to me, exclusive. I know that everybody uses this whole different use of exclusivity as something different because they want to hold on to this stupid little narrative. But when a company owns that product, that they're still this in that product that they're putting it on is used by them, it's still it's still their property. They're still generating money off of it. Now they may have a little partnership with Steam, or it might, I don't know if they'll do that, if they'll work with Epic or something like that, and Steam will get a cut. But for the most part, it's still all based on Microsoft, because Steam wouldn't work without being on an operating system. You see what
Windows.
I'm saying? So Steam. So when people say, "Oh, it's going to be on Steam," well, okay, try to play Halo on Linux. Try to play Halo on a Mac using Steam, using a Steam app. It ain't going to work. And if it does, and if you could try to trick it, you're still not going to get the benefits for it. And if they find out, they're going to flag your shit. So again, Microsoft still prevails on that. And so again, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's really cool. That's just more people to get involved into Halo. That just shows that Halo is still relevant. It's not all old and boring and dusty. It is more relevant than it's ever been, because it's going to go to a whole nother fan base that's been wanting to play that game for a very long time. So I think it's great.
I look at it like two reasons. One, if it make more money for Microsoft to give us more game for the Xbox or whatever, I'm not gonna get mad. And two, who cares if the game is about 2 or 3 years old? Like, how is that going to impact me as a gamer? It's not like that's going to. Oh man, I'm mad. They're gonna put the game on Steam. Blah blah blah. I don't care. I can still play the game. So I never understood I never understood that conversation, why people was mad about that. I don't care. I'ma still play on what I'm playing on. I mean, I got a gaming PC. It ain't the most powerful thing in the goddamn world, but I'm not gonna play that on that. I'm not. I'm gonna stick with the console and be happy. Like, I don't understand why people be getting I guess they under rules in a bunch. I don't get it.
I agree. I definitely agree. I think it's silly. I kept the same energy when those games like Neo, for instance. Neo, I know it's second party, but it's not. But it's still not on Xbox. So therefore, it's still basically an exclusive for PlayStation, because that game is not on an Xbox. It's not on Nintendo. It's just on PC. PC is just an entity of it's just a gaming, just a place where you can play games. You can do all types of things with a PC. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like it's you can make it as a gaming as a gaming platform, but it's not. But it could be everything else. I don't even include, because PC itself is just it can be in the gaming business, but it's not. You see what I'm saying? It's not a part of like Nintendo or PlayStation or what. It's you got developers that makes games for PC primarily, but it's not its own company that does its own thing like the big three. So I just look at it like, look, it's its own entity. Why trip about it? Look, if you don't want to play on PC, then don't play on PC. That's what the consoles is for. If you don't like playing on mobile phones, you don't like to play on your tablet, you don't like to play on something else, then that's fine. I mean, that's what the beauty of this new era is that it gives you the option to play these games whenever that you want to. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, PlayStation is going to be making their money and triple that when you see God of War or Uncharted to be played on their mobile phone. It's going to blow the fuck up. So, everybody's going to have a different energy about it once they start hearing about user numbers and things like that. So just get ready for it. I hope you people remember this.
So let's go here with the elephant in the room. Killer Phil came out yesterday and was dropped a bomb yesterday, and he was saying you're going to see games for all 14 studios. What do y'all think about that?
Go ahead, K-Mega.
Why you want me to go first all the time? All right.
Go ahead.
All right. No, for me, this is amazing. Now, of course, everybody's been breaking down what games that it's going to be. And so we look in most of the games that we talked about that we kind of broke down will be games that we kind of know that's coming. But just to hear 14 first party titles coming from Microsoft when, basically when you look at for the last couple of years from a standpoint of big budget titles, things like that, it's insane. It's insane. PlayStation ain't doing that. When PlayStation has their show, the PSX at the end of the year, they're not going to have 14 games to be shown. I mean, that's just a fact. I mean, Nintendo will have probably quite a few, but they're not going to have 14. It's crazy. It just shows that they take it seriously. When people thought that they were bowing out of the gaming business, they just coming back to show that, look, this is exactly what we're devoted. We're ready to do this. We got a vision, and I like the vision that they're doing. I mean, don't fall to the pressure of the noise. You see that you got bigger things that you want to try to reach and approach to make gaming even more global than what it already is. I'm all for it. And you having all these titles, God, man, that's going to be stupid. I mean, you got Ori that's going to be on stage. You're going to have Gears. You're going to have that Bleeding Edge game or whatever that's going to be called from Ninja Theory. Most likely we're going to see Fable. We're probably going to see Forza. You're going to see the big dog Halo. Battletoads. You might see the Gears Tactics, which I don't think a lot of people will be interested in. I'll be hyped for it because I like Halo Wars 2. Then it's kind of like a thrown in the air because I mean there's some other titles that people can throw in there as well, but there's still going to be 3 or 4 titles that I don't think anybody's going to expect coming. Everything is all guesses. For me, I'm going to say it's going to be Killer Instinct 2. And then we get to find out who's the other 3 studios that they're going to introduce. It's going to be a 2-hour show, and then we got the consoles that they're going to show. They're going to show the xCloud. They're going to show the Scarlet. Then they're going to show this Lockhart. I mean that right there sounds exhausting as hell. So I mean that if people don't get their feel from seeing what Xbox is trying to do and what they're going to present after we've heard so many people say, I need to see Halo. I need to see Fable. Well, I need to see some new IPs. Well, I need to see an IP return. I think that Xbox is going to touch on all of that. We'll get a new IP on top of an IP that people have been asking for, which has been Fable, something like that. And then there'll be also a game that's going to come back from this generation, and I don't know which one it is. I mean, Killer Instinct 2 would be one of my favorites next to Rise 2, but it could be Recore. It could be anything. But regardless, I'm totally stoked for it. And for anybody out there that's talking shit about it, I mean, look, they're not a gamer. They're just not. They should be happy about this moment for gaming.
I'm just thinking this 2 hours is going to be enough because I mean, okay, you're saying 14 studios. Well, you have to admit, out of the 14 studio, they're going to make more. They probably making more than just one game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just showing. So I'm thinking like, is 2 hours going to be enough? Or are we going to get back that game that with that was it platinum game? Screw them over with Scalebound, or are we going to see that? I mean, honestly, I'm hoping to see that. Everything else it just is on a whim. I just want to be surprised. I'm trying to keep my fanboyism in because I even though I really wanted to jump up and do jumping jack for Jesus, but I'm trying to keep myself in check. I'm not going to lie because I'm excited, but you know how it is. I feel like the cool brother that looking at all the honeys like, oh man, he cute. You know what I mean? But trying to play the cool mode when I want to say, yeah, come here, man. I don't know, man. I just want to sit back and be surprised, yo. I really do. I want to sit back and be blown away or whatever. And y'all better have some footages, man. Y'all better have something, man. Some videos or something, man. Real. And if there's any boot girl, you know what I mean. So, tell them holler at the boy. Flip money. 215 Flip Money Don't Lie. I mean, give me that number to him, Mike.
We'll make sure to give that information to your wife. How about that?
Snitch, yo, you want to snitch? Oh, damn.
Disrespectful. Disrespectful. What do you
Man,
think, 100? He stepped away.
he did.
How are you gonna step away on his own show? You know what I mean? How you gonna do that?
I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know. I don't know if he talked about it, but
No, I didn't get to talk about it yet.
But no about this something else. It was another video that was put up, and I ain't gonna put him out there because usually I would because I don't give a fuck. But a person, I don't know if you talked about it 100, but a person did say that his words was Microsoft and Sony have something both each other want. Microsoft has the tech, Sony have the money. And when I heard that, I'm like, well, wait a minute. Like, what are you trying to say? Microsoft broke or something? Like, I don't don't understand that. Like, where are you going with this when we already know that Sony done came out and admitted that they don't even have the technology, the infrastructure, anything to build that. We already know that they have a money problem. Now, I'm saying, not saying that of course, some of the other things that they're paying Microsoft for, but I was just trying to figure out what made that person say that. Like, if Microsoft is broke and they desperate for money.
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't even know. Sometimes I just don't want to entertain crazy talk. I mean,
even if that person didn't admit it that way, you gotta realize if it was one of us, because I done heard K Mega done said something, and he like, oh no, he just a slip of the tongue. You done said something wrong, but people got on you, even though you're like, no, I'm sorry. You cleaning it up. At the same time, you breaking it down, you clean it up. They still get on you. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, where are you getting this from? Like Microsoft is hard up for money.
Look, man, like I said, it shouldn't even be entertained. I hear all different types of stuff. Like, I mean, it's funny to me is that the energy with in regards to Xbox games going on PC, when we all know that these PlayStation games are going to be going on PC here pretty soon. I mean, the difference will probably be because of exclusivity rights for about a year. And so regardless, those games will still be available because they want to reach out to a different fan base. So it's not anything. They want to broaden their audience. I mean, look, the best selling PlayStation is the PlayStation 2, and it sold over 200 and
some crazy million,
230, 240,000.
Right.
I'm sorry, a million.
Right.
Copies. I mean, well, not copies, but consoles. Right now, how long has the PlayStation 2 has been out? When did the PlayStation 2 first come out?
Jeez.
It's been
a year before the Xbox, the OG Xbox.
It came out in like 99 or something like that. Okay, so you're looking at it's 2019 right now, right? And so their best selling console generated 230 million consoles, which is a lot. That's crazy.
Right.
But when you look at it and you see about just the fan base between the PC gamer, it's anywhere from as low as 300 million to 500 to 700 million 700 million PC gamers out there in the world, 700 million people. So that's bananas. That's bananas. And then of course you have 1 point some billion people that owns a PC, or I think it's over 2 billion now that owns a PC. And you have what they say that there's 2 billion gamers around all over the world. So again, talking about the Microsoft is broke is ridiculous. I mean, we kind of know that Microsoft was going through a budget crisis at one point in time when it came to the transition between Phil and when the other guy that was in charge of the gaming division. kind of was squeezing the money from going out to but bring any games or whatever. But
Right.
that's the checkbook is open now. And then of course, PlayStation went through their little situation. They had their layoffs and things like that in the beginning of the generation. And their stock prices was down in Japan, and they were trying to build themselves up. So both companies are doing really well. Nintendo was in a really bad rut. Now Nintendo is back. The big three is here, and it's all and they're all making money. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of it, I mean, it's crazy. Nintendo probably has the best attach rate when it comes to game. Their first parties being sold, but you don't want to hear a PlayStation fan talk about that. They rather just talk about Xbox. But they talk about sales. They want to
Right.
talk about the sales all the time with what's going on with their exclusives. But and I know nobody don't really um, actually know how many copies that Halo 5 sold. But let's not forget they've said that Halo 5 is their most successful Halo to date. And if all you got to do is go back to the other Halos, and if it's done better than all the rest of the Halos, then that should tell you right there. And that attach rate is insane, especially at that time when the Xbox may have only had maybe 19, 20 million consoles sold at that time. So I mean, look, man, there's good and bad with all of them, but talking about with this whole money thing, look, if these companies didn't have money, then they wouldn't be, doing the things that they're doing to get these assets to build and to grow even further. I think, like I said, that argument was just crazy. Whoever said that,
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was appalled by it. I
he said I was appalled.
was appalled by it. I was
I
like, what
knew,
the hell?
I
'Cause
knew you was gonna say that.
I didn't believe it until I had to hear it. I didn't believe. You know me. It's about what that was around like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And I
Yeah.
get into a zone. They playing. I think they was playing Grand Theft Auto. I was playing my own game, and Flip started talking about it. I'm like, Flip, you just trying to pull my tail. Oh man, no, we ain't playing that one, man. He said, you think I'm playing? And I heard it. I'm like, okay. And thing about it is, we ask other people's opinions about it before we ask other people how you feel about it. Do you think that the person was talking about this way, that way? It's just not like, oh, we finna just go bust a person new asshole.
Right.
It was we asked around other people like, how you feel about that? If this, if that comment was said and all like that. And the first people sitting there said, Microsoft don't need nobody money. For one, I guess it's the time. It's the time for the clicks and the views. Especially E3 coming up. GameStop is doing the GameSpot is doing the clickbait, saying that this is all the exclusive games that PlayStation is bringing to E3, and it was all third parties.
Oh
And I'm
yeah,
like, they're not even there. I heard IGN did it, but I'm like, they're not no better than a clickbait YouTuber. So I say you guys can't. But an average person would have probably thought, yeah, PlayStation is at a E3. I'm like, no, they're not. But I think this is how Megan. You can talk about this. Remember when we first met? What was the name of the game? When you first met, what was the name of the game? Let's go talk about another YouTuber. That was the name of the game. Like, let's go. It got out the regular game. Let's go talk about this person. Let's go downgrade them and put them down that way. Now it kind of function over. Then everybody want to be kumbaya. And then now it's okay. I want to be the next YouTube star. How can I get clicks and views?
well, I don't know. It looks like it's a lot of backstabbing going on now. Like, I mean, I see, I see. It's funny because I see the people that blame certain YouTubers for their type of way that they kind of clickbait their videos, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at these same people that's raising hell and telling people that they shouldn't trust a certain YouTuber or YouTubers about how they message with their video headlines, but then they do the same thing. Like, what? Like, it's a lot of backstabbing. Look, I enjoy it for the well. I don't enjoy bullshit. I think that any of that crumb size shit is stupid. I mean, it's fun to have fun, talk a little trash, and then we go on and we just do our thing. We're still cool, but it's but the one thing about it is that look, everything has been mostly pertained on black YouTubers or YouTubers of color, and now I'm looking at all this white on white crime, and it's funny to me because I'm like, wow, what's going on here? Like,
Oh,
what's going on?
man.
We're supposed to be the upstanding citizens of YouTube, and then you see all this backstabbing and drama and all this. And look, like I'm it is what it is. Like I just stay out of it. I read it and I look at it and I'm like, well, it is what it is. But um, I just find it to be pretty funny. You know what I'm saying? Because if you make clickbait and you've been bitching about how people make clickbait videos for however many months or whatever, and then you're starting to do it, then obviously that you've seen what they were doing was effective. Look, I don't agree. That doesn't mean that I agree with it. Doesn't mean that you'll never see me do that. Hell, I haven't made a video in ages. I just pretty much just do DRG and do some streaming, but for the most part, it's just to me, it's like I mean, look, you can't if you trying to hold somebody to another standard, then you can't. But yeah, it's all about positioning. People want to be, want to be labeled the best, and people care more about, the sub count or the view count more than they care about, what's really going on with them being genuine about what they do. So it is crazy. This little business has drove a lot of people that used to be cool into foes, man. It's sad.
What's up with you, legal?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Can y'all hear me?
What's up, bro?
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
up?
what's up, y'all?
What's going on,
Man,
bro?
nothing much, man. I came in, K Mega was talking, man. So I heard what he had to say. I agree with him. It's just with me, I don't really care about none of these dudes. They don't feed me, my family. They don't have anything to pertain with my life. I only deal with people that deal with me, and that's the way I've always been. That's why I'm in here right now because 100, K Mega, Flip Money. I know these dudes. I've known these dudes on social media for a while,
Yeah, man. Yeah,
and
we go way back to Bang Bang.
right, we go back. We go back. That's right. We go
We
back,
go
man.
way back. Yeah.
Well, that's being honest. I knew K Mega before I knew these guys. So it's like that was in them days where just that was that pure console war stuff right there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's funny is that right there, I've noticed being in the back seat, observing, trying to calculate my steps, that it transpired over to the YouTube scene. And cats are just they literally hate on people from a war. Like, but the thing is, man, this is what I've noticed, man. This is just me. I don't bring them nobody's names because people know who they are, man. They know what they bring to the table. We
Mm.
all grown men. So you
Mhm.
know what you bring to the table, man. If you know what I'm saying? If this is something, I don't take none of these dudes seriously, man. Because if you're true on your YouTube channel and you're real about your gaming, legal knows about you because that's who I seek. I seek out people who are just there, have a good time, rocking out with their system. You know what I'm saying? This is why I can pick on a donkey. I know exactly what pricks them, what gets them mad. Notice I said a donkey. But a real PlayStation fan doesn't even look my way, y'all. A real PlayStation fan
Right.
doesn't even look my way because a real PlayStation fan, he's playing his games. He's not looking on Twitter to see what I got to say. Elaine does that. So on the flip side of things, when I'm bored at work, hey, all of us work. I've seen K Mega working. I've seen 100 working. I've seen Flip Money working. All of us work. All of us got jobs. All of us pay our bills. When you see us maybe throw a jab or something, we just may have a break in between our lives. We go up on there just to see who's going to sit up here and react to this stuff and go nuts over it all day. Off of just dude, we're talking tweet, okay, Mega? We
Oh,
ain't even talking like back in the day where you wrote paragraphs and stuff. You can't do that on Twitter. You limited with your words, right? 100
right.
and Flip. So these cats are
Mhm.
having heart attacks over tweets. I just got a guy I just found out today. Some cat made a video about me. A peep. Yo,
No, you getting
I'm strong.
famous, bro.
I'm
You getting famous.
strong. Yes. I'm strong arming right now because this wasn't even a donkey. This was a PC. This was a PC head. And guess what he made a video crying about? Now, this is a PC guy. Notice I said PC. Now, this is supposed to be the elitists of the elitists of the elitists. So my only question is, why were you worrying about a peasant like me laughing about your 27-inch screen? So if your 27-inch screen really gave you that much motivational, emotional, epic care to where you made you made a YouTube video about me, E-Rock, and I guess another cat. And you know, I was laughing at the dude because basically I didn't even care. I told him, dude, I don't care if you sit 1 foot across from your screen. I said, I don't do 27 inches. I came in the era where 27 inches was a big deal. Back in the 80s, 27 inches was a big deal. 420p, tube TV. You know what I'm saying? If you had a 31-inch tube TV, and it was a Hitachi, you was the man of the hour.
Oh yeah, you had an Hitachi. Yeah, you was.
You was a threat. You came out talking that.
He said a threat.
You know, cats were trying to break in their house and steal your TV. But we're talking 2019, people. And I'm just here for a little bit. I just wanted to crash in, give my homies right here some love. But I just want to say this right here. As one that has rock tournaments, as one who has been in a competitive scene, okay? A monitor does not make you a great gamer, okay? What makes you a great gamer is your practice time, just like anything else you do. And now in 2019, we've all had this speech on this panel that gaming isn't a sucker thing anymore. It's not a nerdy thing anymore. It's not a geek thing anymore. You got people who you consider straight G's playing games, you know, and things like that. You got your grandpappy and your grandmammy punching on them buttons and going on. There's no, and you know, I put that thing up because I have something, and I'll say it right here. The app I'm gonna put it like this. Cause see, when you educate yourself in these streets, I've noticed that that's what they fear. And if you make a YouTube channel where you actually intelligent, especially if you black, I'll put it out there, especially if you black. Oh, why you gotta throw the race card legal? Why? Because we are the race card. I could throw it. We could throw it all day if we want to. You gave us the card. You get mad when we use it. Especially if you black and you speak intelligent and you come out here, all your stuff is crispy. Most of what you say is facts. You know, you're gonna have some fun in there, but so most of your stuff is facts. Don't nobody want to give you the time of day. Don't nobody want to promote you. But see, it's hard being us anyway. So it's nothing to us to just relinquish and stand strong and continue to do what we do. Because honestly, there's not a lot of us in the gaming industry on a professional level as it is. So for each one of us, I hope that we inspire some young black men out there that during our time, when we was coming up, we were the ones that made it possible for some of you lames out here to get on social media and tweet stuff you really don't even know what you're talking about because you're emotional, you're having a nervous breakdown. We gave you what you got today. We know this stuff. And it's okay if you want to call us old because it was cats like K Mega, to be honest with you, he was one of the first cats that didn't hide behind his age. I was the cat that didn't want to talk about my age. But in time, seeing guys like y'all over and over again, it inspired me to say, you know what? I'm a root gamer. Cats look at me, they don't normally know I'm up there. They don't see me as a 40-year-old gamer.
But yeah, K-Mega is old as hell.
K-Mega,
we the same age, Flip. Shut your ass.
Oh, my bad. Damn.
You know, but here comes the thing. The average gamer, I said average, y'all. The average gamer is a root gamer. is 35 years old. So for all you lames out there and you ignorant folk out there that love to talk about older people playing games and look at you, well, damn it, that's your average. The 35-year-old male that's going out there working every day, come home, he gets on his console, he plays a few games. If he has a family, spend time with family, he goes to work the next day. That's the average. So really, on the flip side of things, all you little bums out there that's begging your mama for a console and video games, y'all are beneath us. So we're gonna get that straight right now. We'll kill that right now. So you're not offending us because the same people that you throw age up at, you knock down, are cats like Yoshida, or cats like Phil Spencer, them dudes in their 50s. You sound stupid. You know, at the end of the day, you look and sound stupid, man. So when you come at cats like us, who in reality sense will probably slap the hell out of you because you probably a cornball. Nobody knows you. Probably got your lunch taken from you as a kid in high school. Seriously.
Oh no, there's a lot of
Seriously.
these dudes got thrown in the locker or something, got the drawers pulled up over them, got them wedgies. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there.
Exactly.
A lot of them.
You can see it in the text. You can see how they talk to you. Right, when they're texting. You're like, dude, if you're this weak on a keyboard, I can only imagine how you are in real life. Right, you weak. You
okay.
Exactly.
They be like, keyboard warriors unite.
Right. Right.
Motherfucker come out there dressed like Naruto, want to whoop your ass. Get out of here.
Right. Get
your ass out of here.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. It's crazy. So to me, having blisters on my thumb from texting another man all day, that's kind of weird, man. It's kind of crazy.
Disrespectful.
Right. That's kind of crazy, man.
But that's funny as hell. That's the truth.
It's the truth. So, K-Mega has a point. I'm long-winded, but I'm ending it. Let somebody else speak. But so K-Mega has a point when he says, you got to, in a sense, when you throw a jab, let it have its moment. Shut up, man. Go to something else. It's just a jab. It's, stop losing your minds over tweets and comments, man. Grow up. Because honestly, I'm going to have my say. E3, y'all don't want to see League on Twitter, but it's happening. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I've been waiting on this moment. And it's just coming full circle. I'm going to do my little destructive path. I'm coming through like me and K-Mega on the real. He's in Oklahoma. I'm in Texas, man. Another cat called Michael Hell. This is real talk. This is real life. These cats on the real will hit each other up on social media because we care about each other's safety. We're in a dangerous zone, man. We get tornadoes and stuff on the regular. Sometimes I'll shoot up. Hey, man, look. Down here, they talking about y'all. Yo, y'all finna get this. If you ain't heard, man, check it out. Yo, I want y'all to be safe. We say stuff like that because, like 100 said, you cats must think I'm the new legal 24/7. Nah, dude. I'm not the new legal 24/7, people. That's just entertainment, man. And we're not like Michael Jackson or somebody. People, stop it. This is just Twitter. This is just a little social media. Some of us have a platform. Some of us don't. Just because you got a platform don't make you our Lord and Savior. Just relax, chill. If you're successful on YouTube, hey, man, pat yourself on the back. You're getting a check every month. You got to hustle. I'm here to say I don't knock nobody's hustle. Good job, man. Good job. But as for me, I actually got a job where I can sustain myself. I'm like Microsoft. I don't rely on YouTube for my income. So I'm not, I understand that the culture's changing. I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying? I understand that this console war is going to be my last war. That's why I'm walking out, y'all. After this, I'm getting on my donkey and I'm riding like Jesus. They're going to be saying, Hosea the highest.
Oh, man.
They're going to be throwing rose petals at my feet. I'm going to be on my donkey and I'm going to ride on. I'm gonna ride on, and when I die for my comrades. But just know, when y'all bury me, just bury me with my Xbox jersey on, man. When y'all close that casket and say, "Yo, that's one that did it right there, that legal right there." Because, hey, man, truth be told, we getting too old for this crap. We just here to have some fun, man. We know when to let something go. But you cats, good luck, man, because it's gonna be Xbox here on out. What y'all didn't want happening is about to happen, man. Even you PC lames, y'all know it. That's why the cat had to make a video. Just know this. I'm a console gamer, but I'm not stupid. I have a PC at my house too. And I do have a 27-inch screen. The only difference is if you think you're good, meet me on Gears 5. Meet me on Gears 5. We can prove that a monitor doesn't make you great. I'll prove it. I'll record it. Okay? We'll do that. So that's to the dude who made a video about me, who's bitching and crying like a little hoe. Yo, here's a rose for you, man. Take that rose. Just understand. I understand you, man, but just you doing it the wrong way. You said you was a gamer. So I talk to you as a gamer. Grab your keyboard, grab your little mouse. I'll get my Elite controller. Meet me on Gears 5. That's how a gamer would talk to you. I'm not going to make a YouTube video about you, bro, because you're not important. You're a male. And if you was a woman and I did it, I really would look stupid because I'm a real dude, dog. This ain't no cartoon over here. Like, I don't switch up because I'm on social media. I may be the new legal, but I know who the hell I am. So smarten up a little bit, dude. You a PC elitist, right? You a tech guy. You supposed to know some common sense. Be intellectual, right? You call me the peasant. Don't act like me, man. Don't try to be like me. That wouldn't be yourself. Be yourself.
He said, "Don't be like me." Oh
Oh
God.
Be
man.
yourself, punk. That's all I gotta say, man. I just had to come up on here and address him. I'd rather address him on this plat than I ain't making no YouTube video about the clown, bro. Just I'm out, man. I'm here to be a spectator. Y'all carry on, man. I'm just here, man. Hey, I know I'm making folk mad. It's just good to be here, you know.
Oh my goodness.
So stupid, bro.
Oh man. But yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, look, and there's one thing about this is that cracks me up more than anything is that 98% of the time I don't ever go into any other people's uh, posts or feeds or whatever and try to cause drama between them, between me and them. Like if I'll even hit the like, or I'm saying something else, or I'm giving a face or something on something. But for the more people I know that just want to cause the shit and try to do stuff, I don't even bother with it. I read it and then I just move on. But let me post something, here they come. It's like, or even there's people that just post stuff. Like today, I seen somebody post to say something about, I'm because I made a comment about the new Xbox controllers that was coming out. I mean, that was coming out for Gay Pride or whatever. I was just talking about, hey, everybody feels like they're included, regardless if people don't like it or not, like that lifestyle or not. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But it is cool the fact that Xbox is including people that is including those people. Of course, then I get a damn I see a message just this saying, "Oh man, look at him! He's trying to get trying to get Game Fest tickets. He's over here trying so hard. He's trying, bruh. Like I mean, if people, if you know what I'm saying. First off, I thought I supposedly blocked this individual, which I don't block people. Secondly, I thought that what I'm saying, you got nothing to say to me, then why are you tagging my name out of shit? Like, it's funny as hell to me, bro. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I keep it moving. I keep it moving. Like, look, let people believe what they want to. Let people feel like they want to feel. Look, I'm going to still be me. I'm always going to be me. I'm not going to change my stripes. I'm not going to sit there and say stupid shit to try to get people to get under their skin on purpose. If people think that I say something stupid, it's because they just don't agree with my point. But regardless, I'm saying it. I'm having fun with it. And I've had to learn to adjust to it because when, like Legal said, when you first come into the game, you thinking everybody is about kumbaya. Everybody,
Right.
and everybody's just trying to have, a stick about them. They're trying to be a certain way for entertainment purposes. But then you really start seeing how people really truly are, and how people will try to use you for their benefit, and then
Right.
don't try to do anything to help you gain, except for they just try to say, "Oh yeah, you own my shit." You know what I'm saying? You own my shit, so that should be good enough. That's not how
Right.
that shit works, man. It is
Right.
what it is. So let people believe what they want to, but you still get nothing from me. You still a no name. Real talk.
Right. Right.
Did you get the ticket though?
No, I didn't get no ticket. I didn't get no ticket. I didn't get no ticket. I didn't do it for the ticket. I mean, yeah, I didn't get no ticket, but I'm going to be there. So I'm going to be at E3. I'm going to be out there in special areas. I mean, I'll get to see it, so I'll be with my people. You know what I'm saying? Just being there at E3 is a win as it is. So I mean,
Right.
if I can't get into Game Fest, I can't get into Game Fest. I mean, there's other people that supposed they got in, said that they getting in. Great for them. I don't ever hate on nobody else's success or luck.
Right.
However that
Right.
goes. But people want to try to rub it in and try to make it out to be something. That's fine.
Right.
It is what it is. I'm still going to enjoy
What they
myself.
don't realize is it's thousands of other people that are gonna be enjoying that show, man. It's not like a special person is gonna
Right.
be, that's the thing, man. If you can get out there, man. Shed some light on some things, educate. That's the thing that gets me about a lot of these cats, man. A lot of them are not willing to help see, that's the thing. I come from an era, man, where it's all about helping a gamer. It's all about, when have you ever seen anybody say, you know what, look, I've been blessed to go out here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not gonna go out here, but look, I have access to this. For my channel. If we hit a such and such and such, I'm gonna get a ticket for somebody. Hey, I'm not rich, but if you can afford a plane ticket, hey, you halfway there. When do we see stuff like that? If we really want to act like we really care about people who are really trying to, they're supporting. Look, they're supporting, and it ain't costing them anything. Supporting somebody is free. So these people are going out of their way. And a lot of times, K Megan, y'all, we know this through life. A lot of people, man, want to feel accepted, right? So they'll support people who they think looks at them. How do we know this to be true? Because we see it with superstars. We see it with celebrities. Celebrities have millions of followers, man. Millions. They don't know these damn people, bro. They don't know these damn people, bro. But these people are just flocking to them because there's something about them that they want to feel compelled about and feel accepted. So they follow. That's the same damn thing on YouTube. And I said, man, when I made my platform, I don't give a damn about being on the bottom. I don't give a damn, bro, because I represent gamers. I wanted to represent the Xbox community. So hey man, you playing with me? Yo, we having fun. Yo, we about to do something that a lot of people don't know about. Yo, I'm about to put it on Mixer. Let's go. What? Yeah, man, you want to be a part? I'm gonna throw it on YouTube. You can rock out. Ah, man, they trip off on little stuff like that, and I'm like, yo, it's just a YouTube channel. But I get a kick out of the appreciation. You know what I'm saying? It didn't 100 didn't have to, and Flip didn't have to come up on my plat when in my early stages, but them dudes did that for me. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do that, man. But they saw I had a passion. They saw I wanted to get some stuff off my chest. I wanted to be a part of some say so. That's all it is, man. Yeah, it's a little expensive. You might have to take your time, build your money up. But if you really care, if you feel like, hey, you want to get your, because hey, I got sons. I got sons, K Megan. You think I want my sons on YouTube listening to some of these lames? That's the reason I did it. Nah, you gonna listen to your dad and some of the people your dad was cool with. You don't listen to these lames. You ain't gonna listen to these propaganda holders, man. Sitting up here holding gaming as a hostage. You know what cracks me up? Is when they play the media skit and they hurry up and make a YouTube video, and then news come out, pow, and it's just totally against what they just put up. Dude, that cracks
Oh
me up,
yeah,
man.
that's yeah. That cracks me up.
That cracks me up. You
Yeah.
know, and hey, y'all, we see you. Just wanted to put that out there that we see you. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, I look at it. I'm going to end on. I'm going to end my whole part on that issue, and unless we're talking about something else, is just say this. Somebody brought it up to me, and it just made perfect sense. If you got bigger YouTubers out here, and they making ad revenue off of, and they got Patreons, they got this and that, and they don't go they don't go to E3.
Right,
They fraud.
right,
That's real talk. I don't care who they are. You know what I'm saying? If you get ad revenue like that, you got a huge fan base of loyal gamers out there that support you. Why is it that you can't put some of that money back and experience and have them enjoy that experience of going to E3
that's right.
and having them see you at E3 enjoying that experience? You know what I'm saying? Look, I mean, I look at it as a person that's like, look, I know that everybody financially can't do it because of the fact that there's a lot of smaller YouTubers out there, things like that. But if you over here got all these subs,
You
and you
right,
never go to E3, but you want to talk about it, you want to keep making ad revenue off of people. You know
right,
what I'm saying? Having all these live shows and talking about it and have these special guests and things like that, but you can't step your
right,
foot out there and be at the mecca of gaming, you're a fraud.
right.
That's just
I
me saying
agree.
it, real talk.
I agree. I agree, Megan. And honestly, flip money and 100. I'm thinking it's coming down to this. This is it's a good thing, right? Because just like how and these consoles didn't last, but just like how TurboGrafx 16 and Neo Geo showed who was really an elitist, who really cared. I mean, because some and like Mega said, some of it was due to funds. There were some people who couldn't afford, but for the ones who could in our era, those that got that TurboGrafx 16 and Neo Geo, yo, they was up there. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, yo, come to the crib, come check these games out. Come look at this. And they want you to experience what they felt, what they had, because they knew a lot of us couldn't afford it. They knew this stuff. So they knew they were blessed to have it. They wanted everybody to try it. So it's kind of like that same reflection. If you're successful on YouTube and you're in the gaming industry, give one of these cats, man, some hope. Give them do something for your followers. You know what I'm saying? Reflect true gaming culture. Reflect it. Don't just it ain't because man, it's not about you. Who cares about you? You're not making these games. You're not a developer. You don't work in the gaming industry. You're a content creator. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. We're not buying any of your games. Hey, Mega, you going to E3? Have a safe trip, man. All I'm gonna say is if you make a video, give me a shout out, homie.
I definitely will, bro.
Yeah, we could leave off of this, man. Megan probably get hyped by this. You see, they brung out the new DLC for Mortal Kombat.
No, I saw that philosophy
Crackdown 3.
was putting it down there. No, I got to go and check it out. I'm over here playing Jump Force, because I ain't played Jump Force in a little while. But yeah, no, I definitely.
I think Samsung from
Ooh, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm
first.
definitely gonna check.
Same song is out or something?
Samsung, see if I go find it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go check it out. What is it? The Mortal Kombat stuff?
The sprite is spawned as a character.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
That's
Mortal, Mortal,
our DLC
Mortal,
right now.
Mortal Kombat 11 is doing some damage, man. I had to go
Right.
back to it. I love it, man. I like it, man. They did a damn good job with that game.
Yeah, so it's Samsung, it's Nightwolf, Spindale, Spawn, and two more they ain't announced yet.
Oh,
Yo, did you
what
say
is that? A
Spawn?
Night Wolf? Night Wolf?
Nightwolf,
Oh
Spindale,
man.
Spawn, and two more they ain't announced yet. If you get the combat pack today, you get 1 week of early access from all of them.
Oh well, I've already had. I got the platinum edition day one when I got it.
Right. So we get it, right, K
Yeah,
Mega?
we
We
get it
get all of it.
automatically. Yeah, a week early.
Good.
Cool.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get on.
And you said
You know you want to hit
sperm
him over the
contact?
head 100. You know you want to hit him over the head.
Man.
You know.
Oh man.
You know you want to. Go ahead and give it up, bro. Give it up. I try to tell you, especially with these fight games, man. You like to play these fight games like I do, man. If you really going to be playing that, man, ain't no reason to not go ahead and just buy that DLC, man. Just no reason not to. Because when
Yo.
you get caught up and we all playing, and then everybody's got all the characters and you don't, and then you get your head beat in, and you like, oh snap, and then next thing you know, oh, we want to do this, oh, I want to get that, then you get mad and then you quit. You want to go
Nah, I
away.
ain't gonna quit. You know, I'm gonna go buy it.
But that's what I'm
You know
saying.
what I did with the last one? I said, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go buy this shit right now.
Yeah.
Yo, and I like how the Ghost AI system is, man, for bragging rights. So
Yeah.
however you play, man, that's it. You can just sit there and battle people with your like Killer Instinct. I thought that was awesome because I just found that out. I
Yeah.
was just messing around. I was like, oh, they got this too. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going in.
Yeah.
It's fun, man. It's fun watching people. It brings forth the community sense. You know,
Yeah,
it brings
does.
that community. Yeah.
So, Lego, tell them where they can find you at, man.
Hey, man, you can find me in Texas, down here off of 280.
Nigga said, pull up.
This motherfucker said Texas.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done with him.
Pull up.
Find me on Highway 20, man. If you about that life, come on through here and see what happens to you. Nah, I'm just playing, man. Hey, it's your boy, New Legal, man. I'm rocking it out with my homeboys here, man. Flip, K Mega, 100, man. Y'all know who they are. Y'all can catch me, man, on Mixer, the New Legal, all caps in between those words, underscores on between the and the new, and then the new and the legal. You can catch me on Mixer every now and then, man. I'll be putting up my games. If I get a new game or something, I have fun. I rock with my man Ziggy Stardust on some Resident Evil every now and then. Just have fun on Mixer, man. We cut up. You can also check out my channel, man. On YouTube, you can actually type in my game attack name, and it'll take you right to Direct Gaming. So you can actually type in the New Legal Direct Gaming to pop up, man. That's my channel right there. Come check out some of the content that I record. I might when I that the, you know some of the games that I feel like need to be represented. I usually put it up there. And you can catch me in the DX Men of the DX Mansion on Facebook, man. Where the hardcore Xbox gamers are at, man. We the 600 plus. Yo, it gets dangerous up in there, man. So if you rocking any kind of console and you got some half-breed in you, don't come up in there, man, because them
Oh
cats.
shit! Did he say
Them,
half rig? Oh,
yeah.
this boy wild as hell.
If you have any infusion blood or had any transfusions, man, don't come up in there half step and say something, man, because they rowdy, yo. I can't save you. There's too many admins in there. They override me. I can't save you. But if you a diehard Xbox fan and you excited about E3, man, and you want to see some people go bonkers, man, come join us, man. Feel free to come on in. It's home, man. We'll give you a key. Yo, Mega's in there. Flip is in there. 100 don't do the social media thing. That's Professor X, man. He stays with Cerebro, but we got him. Yo, I just want to say thanks. I just want to say thanks to you guys, man. Give me an invitation to come rock out on your hangout, man. So I just want to say appreciate it. Shout outs to the entire Xbox community out there.
Oh, Flip Money Online.
Yeah.
They find your Coke bottle glasses have an answer.
Oh, you know how it is, man. Y'all know what y'all can do. Yeah, man. Y'all know what y'all can do, man. You can find me on Xbox Live, Flip Money Online. You can find me on Twitter, Flip Money 1975. You can find me on the Heroic Operation Podcast Thursday, 9 o'clock my time, which is the good brother Star Trek time, Philly time. Uh, you know, don't send me no weird shit on Xbox Live. I'm gonna block you.
All right. And the notorious K Mega with his new glowing logo. I'm mad about that. So I'm kind of a little jealous about that shit.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyway, man, thank you for having me to come on, man. And since there's no GRG tonight, man, this was only fitting because I did want to kind of talk about this stuff. So I was even thinking about dusting off the mic, or well, the gameplay and the mic, and started making videos that I haven't made. When was the last time I made a video? It's been about maybe 2 months. Gee whiz. Anyway, been working, been taking care of business. Anyway, so man, Big shout out to Legal, man. Thank him for coming on. Flip Money. You know what I'm saying? 100. You can catch me out on my channel, K Mega 45. That's where you see GRG. Also, man, when I do streaming, I'm finna start really doing a lot more streaming here lately, man. I'm just so in love with that Mortal Kombat, and now since this DLC is getting ready to come and drop, it's gonna be more hectic. Yes, so man, thank you guys for hanging out with us, man. And the haters, who cares about it, man? We do what we do. We don't really care about what anybody else has to say. And appreciate all the support that I've been getting for not only for my YouTube channel, but definitely on Twitter, man. I'm over 3,000. You know what I'm saying? Followers over there. That's crazy. Uh, you know, that's dope. So thank you guys for supporting me, man. Really do. Really much love to y'all.
Oh, before we go, the next 100 people that subscribe to K Mega channel, I need you to do that. I will get a free gaming chair from Lemon, Runaway Dragon, and a free game from K Mega. Thank you. We out.
Woo! Yeah, go ahead. Give me 100 subs. I'll give Flip a game.
Oh, I appreciate everybody coming out. I gotta go run to the doctor store, aka the liquor store.
Yeah, the liquor store.
Yep.
Go get my medicine.
I'm about to go get some too. I'm about to go get my woozy drink.
You better get your Zima with the Jolly Rancher in it.
Yeah. Hey, man, listen here. I've been
He about to go get that fruity boom. He about to get that fruity boom.
Oh,
I'm not no early drinker. I'm not. I ain't gonna lie.
What we playing tonight? We playing anything tonight?
Play something.
Because if not, I'll be on that Mortal Kombat tonight.
Back on Mortal Kombat.
All right, we can do it. We can do
it. Play.
Cool.
We go give him medicine. I'm trying to think about. It was Dog. My man Dog's birthday was yesterday. I was thinking about drinking him up. I went tomorrow. Not drinking out. Because he probably drunk himself in the coma yesterday.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, man, damn. I don't know if we'll have next podcast, but man, I gotta give a big shout out to my boy Xbox 448, the family over there. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there Saturday. And it's 6 p.m. Central on Saturdays, and it's on I think Eastern it's 5, and then it's like 4 Pacific. So yeah, man, check it out.
Take podcast this week?
What's that?
Aren't you gonna take podcast this weekend?
I don't know if they're gonna have the podcast this weekend or not. I don't know.
I saw somebody tag you. Tag you.
So I don't know. But I don't know. But if we do it, man, check us out, man. The Xbox good dude. You got Pred, you got Knox. He's turned pony out there, man. On me, damn. And then you got the Otter. You know what I'm saying? That weird fuck. And then you got my main man, the Don. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's go check us all out, man. No doubt.
All right, y'all. Everybody, appreciate you. God bless you, and don't have a good night.
Peace.
Peace.